Hey everybody, welcome to the shop. Today, sooner than I expected actually, we've got the next part in the Band Director Basics and Repair series. One of my saxophone players, again before our performance coming up, had one of their corks that sets the adjustment height of the pad came off, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of how you do that. It's very similar to my cork video replacement if you haven't seen that. So let me just jump right into this and show you the contact cement that I'm using to get this done. So here's just a general look at the saxophone. This is an older Vito, and here's the issue that we're having with it. When we press that G key, it doesn't quite close all the way. As you can see, there's a gap there. When you press the key alone, it does depress all the way, but when we would do the normal fingering, it doesn't close that all the way. Here is some of the contact adhesive that I'm going to be using, as well as the cork. This is just a super glue brand. You can also see the thickness of the cork here. And I'm going to put this into the saxophone here so that you can see when it's installed, it will kind of solve that issue that we're having. As you can see, there's no large gap or any light peeking through. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use that entire strip of cork, so what I'm doing here is actually sizing up how large my piece needs to be. I'll make just a guess first, making it a bit too large, and then cutting small pieces off at a time, checking it behind that key each time to see how much is sticking out, if any. And right here you can see that from the front it's not visible at all, which is exactly what we want. But from the side you can see that it's right on the edge of that key, which will give us the most surface area for our glue to sit on. Now that the piece of the cork is the correct size, what I've got to do is put some of the contact cement on it. It's such a small piece that it's a bit finicky to get right, and it kind of sticks to my gloves a little bit, so I mess with it there. Here you can see that how much I'm going to use for the actual saxophone portion of this. I just take a small flathead screwdriver and I want to apply this onto the back side of that key and kind of spread it out a little bit so that it can get the correct amount of surface area. I'm also depressing a key very lightly with a zip tie so that they don't touch each other and accidentally adhere the key to the other key. So at this point I have let the two pieces sit separately for about 10 minutes, and now I'm ready to put them together. So I very carefully picked up that small piece of cork. I'm holding down the G key with my thumb and placing it into the correct position for that cork to go. And after they have touched each other, that contact cement immediately starts to bind. It sets up in about 24 hours, and you can see now with that thickness of cork that it has solved our problem. As well as I didn't get any of the contact cement on the bottom side of the cork, so it's not sticking to that key. So this should solve the problem. And there we have it. So if you didn't know how to do that before, hopefully now you do. I'll answer any questions down in the comments. Knowing these kind of basic repairs will save your kids a lot of money and especially time in these kind of pinch scenarios where you've got a performance coming up. The repairs aren't that difficult, and really it's just about the wait time for the contact cement to dry. So in the meantime, if you want to check out any more repair videos that I have or any tool work videos on my lathe, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for stopping by the shop.